Hola, bienvenido, soy Leo-Acerows y este es un nuevo video de Tower of Fantasy. Quinto día, sí, quinto día, pero vamos para el sexto día porque ya, si bien he jugado el día de hoy por la tarde, he jugado misiones secundarias, pero no quise subir para no aburrirlos con eso. Esta vez vamos a hacer un par de misiones y continuar un poco con la historia. Son las 12 de la noche del día, ahora lunes podemos decir. Vamos a ver qué nos espera el día de hoy. Hasta ahora de a poquito lo voy entendiendo un poco el juego. Está más difícil de lo que creí. Pero bueno, vamos a seguir jugando. A ver por cuánto tiempo. ¿Qué es esto? Voy a recuperar uno. Bueno. Bueno, a recoger recompensas. Bueno, no sé cómo está yendo la comunidad con esto. Lo único que me queda del capítulo 1 es la ruina nivel 3, que por ahora me está costando. Esta tarde intenté ir por ella, pero me fue tristemente mal. Bueno, ya veré si logro mejorar mis habilidades y darle voz y poder hacer todo, porque veo que tengo un montón de cosas por aprender de este juego. Muchísimas, por cierto. Bueno, vamos con el simulacrum. Acabo de extrabar la historia disponible, la misión disponible de Samir, y justamente uno de los personajes que obtuve en las tiradas.
Attention, Executor of District 9. Please report to Regional Officer Gerard immediately. Attention, Executor of District 9. Please report to Regional Officer Gerard immediately.
Problems at Highcross again?
Muy bien, vamos a una nueva misión. Olé. Uy, qué curioso, justo un cofre. Perfecto. Si vamos a encontrar cofres en el camino, aprovechen a encontrar todo lo que encuentren, porque la verdad, todo vale. Bueno, vamos a viajar con estilo. Muy bien. A subir se dijo. Muy bien, veamos qué nos espera. Bueno, si es como la misión que tuvimos con Meryl, vamos a ver qué nos espera.
I really can't think of anything else that could be of help. I didn't notice anything abnormal when I tried it here yesterday.
Have you checked the usage reports in your personal database? Is it possible that the data may have been altered in some way?
No, I've checked it
Como
3
diría
times
Chas,
already.
qué
The
feo.
problem didn't start with me.
What are you guys?
Mr. Rick was testing out a new simulacrum technique, but something went wrong and he ended up like this.
Did you find the cause?
We're still investigating. I've already reported the problem to Dr. Henry, so we should have a solution soon.
I just hope it's not too big of a problem. I won't be able to go anywhere like this without scaring everyone around me.
Y que se ve feo. Qué tan feo haber sido la misión como para haber quedado así. Bueno, pronto lo sabremos. Vamos, mi waifu. Hora de una nueva misión.
I take it you've seen the mess down there?
Y que no lo vio.
We found the root of the problem. Someone used aberrant data to repackage the simulacrum unit labeled prototype T04 in the database. As a result, when Rick selected the T04 unit, he unknowingly accessed aberrant data instead. After looking into the access history for the simulacrum database, I cross-referenced all high-level accounts with data modification privileges against the possible time at which the data was tampered with. The T04 unit is rarely accessed, and the last time was nearly 2 months ago. As such, it was fairly easy to identify the culprit. Her name is Samir. She is a High-Cross executor. Despite her young age and relatively short career length, her abilities have proven to be outstanding, and she shows no small amount of promise.
Hablando de Samir, las dos pistolas que estoy utilizando son justo de ella, justamente. La única arma SSR que tengo.
As a young and eccentric prodigy, she is abnormally fond of causing all kinds of trouble, as well as pulling pranks that only she herself finds amusing. As a result, very few people are willing to deal with her, much less work with her. We lost contact with her about a month ago, and she has yet to report her whereabouts or actions to her superiors. The reason I asked you to come here today was to help me with this dilemma.
So where should I begin looking?
According to our current records, she tends to settle in a certain safe house on the ground. You can begin your search there. I'll send you the data of the safe house. As long as you get her to return the original data for prototype T04, we won't hold her accountable for the problems her tampering has caused.
Se me está poniendo un poquito lento.
I just hope this mess will be over soon.
Ah, hasta abajo. El refugio de Banges. Bien, vamos a Banges, donde también curiosamente tenemos que continuar la historia. Pero vamos a completar lo de Samir primero. Primero vamos al mapa. Que tengo que subir. Bueno, veamos. Ya averiguaremos bien con respecto a eso. Ahora
Ding dong! Welcome to my cozy little home. Unfortunately, due to all the work I'm busy with, I don't have time to see any visitors right now. For future visits, please make an appointment in advance. See you some other day. Ahem. So, press 1 for weather inquiries, 2 for task assignment, 3 for scheduling your revenge, and 4 if you want to treat me to lunch. Bye. I never turn down a good meal. Please leave your name and address, and I'll come find you personally. Just leave the package at the door.
Package?
Huh? Aren't you a Banja's delivery person?
No, I work for Hykros.
Huh? Who crows? Oh, I almost forgot about that. So what?
Dr. Joaquin would like you to return the original data for prototype T04.
Oh, so I'm supposed to hand it over just like that?
Dr. Joaquin says that if you give it back,
He can what? No what? I don't care, so bye-bye for now.
if I may ask.
bueno.
You came to see her too? And you are? My name is Huma. I'm an executor. Dr. Joaquin asked me to find Samir and ask her to give back the original simulacrum data she had tampered with. I know. After all, I saw your exchange with her just now. If you don't mind, let me try asking her.
Whoa! I can't believe someone was able to solve my impossible riddles. Leave your name, won't you?
Wow, how did you do that? Is there a secret sequence of buttons to press? Not really, no.
Your name? What's your name?
My name is Huma. Did something go wrong?
Your name? Say it louder.
My name is Flora. Flora? Come on, let's go inside. There's no one here. I knew it wouldn't be this easy. Have we been pranked? Possibly, but we can't just leave empty-handed. After all, she comes here fairly often, so maybe we can find some clues around here. Who knows? If you manage to find the data on prototype T04 here, you can go back even sooner.
When there's cheese, the mouse will walk into the trap. And I see you
Ah,
tried.
bueno,
How do
esa
you
no me la
like
esperaba.
that? Don't worry. If you can remove the timer, you can get out
Me
of
están
this
jodiendo.
alive. But if you fail, well, at least you'll die together. Tick tock, tick tock. It feels like time is slowing down. Two, one, boom! The looks on your faces must have been exciting. This is just a warning. Next time, you won't be so lucky.
Buah, la verdad no me esperaba esta burla. Mierda, soy malo jugando.
Are you okay, Huma? I'm fine. This brat. I found this note in the ribbons. It has the address of Banjas Inn written on it. The Banjas Inn? Did Samir leave this behind? The address was written very clearly. Maybe she wants to meet me there. Or maybe... I honestly have no idea what goes through her head.
I hear she's kind of eccentric.
Lunatic is more like it. Dealing with someone like her is almost impossible. Anyway, now that the danger has passed, I think we should get out of here right away. I'm sure there are still plenty of other traps in this room. We stand a better chance if we work together, so I'll be waiting for you in Banjas.
Bien, vamos a la posada de... Bueno, vamos a ver qué nos encontramos con esta lunática.
Huh?
That's right. I'm... Flora.
Oh? Then I believe this belongs to you. I've only been in business for about a year, but I haven't met anyone else around here named Flora.
Is something wrong, Huma?
Oh, you're here. I was just asking the owner about Samir.
Like I said, nobody by the name of Samir has ever checked in here. Not even once. you sure you got the name right?
What's with that package?
The owner says he's never met a Samir, which means she's probably using a different alias. So I asked him if he's noticed anyone suspicious lately.
Now you're asking the right questions. The person who left this package with me is the textbook definition of suspicious.
Was it a tall, young girl with blonde hair?
A tall blonde girl? No. It was no pretty little blonde. It was this giant fella, about 7 feet tall, and as wide as the two of you put together. But the guy was completely covered from head to toe, and his accent was definitely not from around here. No matter how you look at it, this guy was anything but normal.
Then, are you sure that the package this person left with you is for me?
Absolutely. Look, it even has "For Flora" written on it. Didn't you say that was you?
If this really is from Samir, you don't think she put a bomb in it or something, right?
No, Samir would never hurt the people here. I think it's
Y me sorprendería si no hubiese un explosivo. Si estás leyendo esto, bien hecho. Supongo que resolviste mi rompecabezas. Te aseguro que volveremos a encontrarnos pronto, pero hasta entonces trata de ser paciente, ¿sí? Sabes que te dejé a ti y a la abuela para buscar un tratamiento en High-Cross, pero aquí es aburridísimo. Si no fuera porque necesito una cura, no soportaría estar aquí ni un segundo más. Todos los días circulan doctores con batas blancas por la habitación. A veces les planteo desafíos, pero suelen ignorarme por completo. Mis acertijos se quedan ahí colgados como si fueran salchichas veraniegas olvidadas en pleno invierno. Mientras escribo esto, acabo de terminar un tratamiento parcial y puedo sentir la brisa de Puerto de Bagnes por primera vez en mucho tiempo. Parece una eternidad desde que me fui de casa y te echo mucho de menos a ti y todo lo demás. Mi tratamiento está pasando a la siguiente fase y estaré de vuelta antes de que te des cuenta. ¿Quieres jugar al escondite cuando vuelva? Prometo dejar que me encuentres la próxima vez que juguemos. Ya que estás en Bagnes, ¿por qué no vas a ver a la abuela? Seguro que te extraña. Melocotón. Bueno, esto ya es raro.
Huma, this letter mentions two people, Peach and Flora. Do you and Samir know each other?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hide it from you. She and we grew up together. Peach and Flora. Pretty silly names, huh? Granny Lucy came up with those names. She raised us as orphans. And this is the place where we grew up. This is our home. Peach is older than me by 2 years. She's always been pretty mischievous, and she used to pick on me all the time. Looking back, she really wasn't much of a big sister. But back then, she was the person I looked up to most. I would follow her everywhere she went, causing trouble and getting scolded for it. She would always talk about becoming an explorer when she grew up, so I wanted to be one too. We would run all over the place looking for new and exciting adventures. Things were so childlike back then. And if it wasn't for what happened later, maybe that childish dream of ours could have come true.
What happened?
Peach came down with a strange illness, one that even the best doctors and bandages couldn't cure. Afterwards, Mr. Colador helped us ask High-Crows for aid, and they took her away one day. I haven't seen her once since then.
You mean you two haven't seen each other at all since then?
When she first left, she would sometimes send me letters. I thought that she would get better soon, that she would come back to us. But after a while, even the letters stopped coming. I've wanted to find her all this time. I even joined High-Crows as an executor on my own account. But maybe she... Never mind. Why don't we put our search on hold for a bit and go visit Grandma Lucy? I haven't been back to see her in a...
Does Lucy live by herself?
Yes. I can't come back often because of my missions. She lives on her own right now. At least she's healthy and everyone checks on her, so I feel a lot better about this arrangement. But she's getting old and a little senile. If she says something strange, please don't mind her. Grandma, I'm back.
Oh,
Melocotón.
My little peach. Come here. Let Grandma take a good look at you.
No, Grandma, it's me, Flora.
Flora? Oh, you two are as naughty as ever, playing tricks on your old granny. You're clearly my little peach. I wouldn't know. I raised the two of you ever since you were no taller than my knees. Your granny might be a little slower in her old age, but she could never mistake the two of you. Do you know how long it's been since you left, Peach? You got poor little Flora worried sick, saying things like she's going to go out and find you day in and day out.
Grandma, your mind is getting even hazier.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Say, who's that next to you? A friend? Oh, thank goodness. I was always afraid you wouldn't make any friends with how naughty you could be.
Grandma? Hello, Grandma. I'm helping Huma look for Samir.
Ah, so you're looking for Flora, eh? Darn memory of mine. Almost forgot. She came by to visit a few days ago, and even left a letter for Peach. Here, take a look.
She came by to visit a few days ago, but There's an address on this as well. Samir says she's waiting for us there.
You too must have more important business to attend to, I take it. And I was just about to make your favorite food, too.
I'm sorry, Grandma. I mean, your little Peach will be back to see you soon.
Oh, don't you worry about that. Young people are always busy, as they should be. Go on and take care of business, and remember to be careful. Granny will always be waiting for you here.
Come with me. You still have more to say. The address Peach left for us. I've seen it before in a High-Cross document. It's a hidden research facility, and it seems like they're working on a new project.
What kind of project?
It appears to be an extended application of the simulacrum technique. I only saw it in passing, so I don't know much. Besides, I didn't have high enough security clearance to read more about it. Something to do with this project. I've searched for her all these years, but I've only ever learned bits and pieces of her whereabouts from word of mouth. It seems any information related to her is kept highly confidential. To be honest, the Peach we've been dealing with feels so unfamiliar to me. Maybe she's actively avoiding me. Or maybe, after all these years, she just isn't the same person I once knew. I'm definitely overthinking things. Let's head to the research facility. Maybe we'll find the answers we're looking for there.
Ah, mierda, está lejos. Bueno, hora de viajarse, hijo. Como dije, vamos a viajar con estilo. Vamos por la ruta. Vamos a ver el mapa a dónde está ubicado. Ah, la loma de los... Pues no vamos a decir eso porque si no... Falta que me censuren por bocas sucias. Bueno, viaje lejos, pero nada que en moto no se pueda llegar. ¿Rinoceronte de eso? Como que me perdí, ¿no? Surfear con estilo y... ¿Hay algo arriba? Ay, caramba.
You're finally here. The entrance to the research facility is just up ahead, but something doesn't seem right.
What's wrong?
I saw a few guards quietly escorting some researchers out of the facility just now. It looks like they're following emergency evacuation procedures. Are you ready? If so, let's go take a look.
Bueno, esto se está empezando a poner lindo.
You were right. This is an emergency. The facility's security system has been breached, and its self-destruct sequence is set to go off in an hour. That's why the researchers are in such a hurry to evacuate. Come take a look at the message on the screen.
The hacker. Could it have been Samir?
I don't know, but she's the one who asked us to come here. What could she be thinking? Let's split up and search the area. The researchers left in such a hurry. They're bound to have left some clues lying around. Pay close attention to
Espero que no me pongan
surroundings,
cronómetro
especially any computer monitors
cuenta
or scanned
atrás.
documents. We might get lucky with one of them.
Look, it's open.
I warned you, didn't I? It's the real deal this time.
Bueno.
Don't say I didn't give you a chance. The control panel of the emergency exit is inside. Good luck.
Get over there. We saw a security code outside. Do you remember the number? We saw a security code outside. Do you remember the number? 110.
The door is open.
Let's go.
Huma! Huma!
Bueno, debo estar más atento a los códigos la próxima vez. Bueno, esto es difícil.
done to her? I would also like to know what they did to her. The hero defeated the demon, but the princess is never waking up. What a cruel ending. Look at you. Just as pathetic as I once was. You. Who are you? Good question. Who do you think I am? Peach or Flora? Samir, were you
Con
playing
razón
me
la
for
hija
a fool
decía
the
que era
whole
melocotón.
time? Of course I was. The real Huma is slumbering in one of the jars over there. How does it feel? Lost? Scared? Or you realize that you've been had, and you only feel anger. What is it that you want? What do you think I want? You don't understand how I feel. Looked for her for years. I saw her face, and I thought I had an answer. But that wasn't even her. They wear my friend's face as if it was rightfully theirs to start with. Huma, is T04? This is what you're looking for. The original data of T04. The person that I grew up with lives inside this tiny chip. I don't want to see her, because it disgusts me, knowing that it's someone else inside. Listen to me, Samir! I will not hand her over to Hykros again. Tell Dr. Joaquin that I will gladly shoulder the consequences. Samir! Samir!
Bueno, le soy sincero, no me esperaba esto. Veo que esto es lo bueno de conectarse a estas horas de la noche. Hay un montón de cofres disponibles. Hoy a la tarde no encontré tantos cofres como ahora. Sí, no sé si vamos a ir con la historia. Bueno, al menos ya por lo menos vamos dominando un poco el control.
I'm sorry, Dr. Joaquin.
I'm fully aware of the situation. It seems Samir has played us all for fools. It was another prank all along.
A prank? But Samir and Huma, they...
Don't worry, they're fine. Our emergency response team has arrived at Research Facility X7, and they report that the facility is perfectly intact. It appears Samir suspended the self-destruct sequence at the last minute and left with the T-04 data before the emergency response team arrived. Project X7, also known as the Mimicry Program, is an undisclosed project of Hykros that is currently under development. The purpose of this project is to quantify and standardize the simulacrum data of a target subject and safely apply it to other subjects. Simply put, it is intended to simulate the physical appearance of a given individual without affecting the subject's own consciousness. However, the application of this technology had to first overcome a very dangerous and imposing obstacle, namely, the compartmentalization of the subject's simulacrum data and the separation of physical and conscious data. For this reason, we recruited our first batch of 11 participants as our initial test subjects. Subject T-04 was one of them. Subject T-04? Her name was Huma, I believe. Yes, I remember now. She was incredibly resilient and optimistic. If she hadn't come down with such a rare and terrible illness, she would never have suffered at our hands. She and the other 10 subjects participated in the initial phase of experimentation. In the end, only 2 of them successfully survived the separation of consciousness from body, subjects T-03 and T-04. T-04's situation was very complex. We extracted the data on her physical form using the Mimicry Program's technology and used a special editing technique to essentially delete her illness. But when we attempted to reintegrate the data, things took an unexpected turn. The 2 sets of data violently rejected one another, and so we were forced to store her physical and conscious data separately. As a result, T-04 has not been able to regain consciousness. Prior to Samir causing all of this chaos, Research Facility X7 was attempting to construct a virtual persona based on Subject T-04's most recent physical data and import her conscious data into it. If they succeeded, it would mean that Subject T-04 could finally regain consciousness. Given her relationship with Subject T-04, I can fully understand the child's motives, but after today's events, I'm afraid I have no choice but to report the incident to headquarters. If they decide to pursue Samir, her best course of action will be to surrender herself and T-04's data and accept her punishment. I didn't want things to end up like this either, but Samir has gone way too far this time. Let's bring things to a close for now. Thank you for all your hard work. I will apprise you of any new developments in the future.
I knew you would pick me.
Bueno, recién chusmeo esto.
I knew you would pick me.
Bueno, ya hecho lo de Samir. Vamos a continuar un poquito con la historia y paramos por hoy. No sé hasta dónde puede llegar Samir con estas cosas, pero vamos a continuar con la historia. Admito que me gusta la música del juego.
Thank you for saving me. Those things attacked us during a celebration last night. We've been trapped in here since then.
Where's security? Is anyone else taken?
No idea. The attack caught us all in surprise. I didn't even get a good look at what happened.
Go and tell others on the docks. I'll look for survivors.
Watch your back. There must be more of them.
Ah, sí, me acuerdo. Intenté hacer esta misión y se tildó mucho. Así que no me guardó el progreso, así que no importa, vamos a hacerlo.
Are you here to rescue us? Oh, thank heavens.
Who are you? And where's Mr. Kolador?
I work here, but I don't know where Mr. Kolador is.
Where's security? Why didn't they alert the docks?
The heirs of Ida launched the raid at night and caught us by surprise. They also got a lot of plants on the security team.
What about the headquarters? Is it taken over completely?
I didn't hear any more fighting after the celebration ended last night, so I'm afraid.
What's that sound?
Oh no, you must have drawn the attention of their main force.
Don't worry, I'll handle this.
There's just one of them. Great for practice. Swift, go ahead.
Don't go. You have to protect us.
Swift lost? No way. Kalina, your turn.
You're really something. Let's go in. We're not good enough.
Are you alright? Did you find Theo?
Theo and Kolador are very likely trapped in the Bandit's tech headquarters. I'm about to go in and look around.
Let me go with you.
No, it's too dangerous. You should go back to town and tell everyone. We can't take on that many intruders alone.
Alright, but be careful.
Yo siempre lo tengo. Muy bien.
This table is getting old. Look, the paint is chipped here and there.
You and you. Keep an eye on the basement.
Don't move!
Who are you? How come I've never seen you before? Guess you didn't have much luck either. I'm Ko, Mr. Collidor's assistant.
Do you know where he and Theo are being held?
I don't. After the heirs of Ida took over the place, they split us up to different places. I'm not—
This is not good.
Don't worry about that. We should be figuring out how to get out of here.
Do you have any ideas?
I know the circuits for this room and I can open that door over there. But the guards outside, however—
Leave that to me. You just open the door.
Will do. See that disconnected cable? Connect them for me so I can use the control panel. Finish him off. Don't tell me you're just gonna charge the way out. There are still plenty of guards out there.
You have better plans?
Why don't you switch clothes with this guy and pretend you're one of them? So you can figure out the exact situation.
That will work. What about you?
I'll stay behind so they're not alerted.
Esto va a ser divertido.
I don't think they can see through my disguise.
Ya no es mi waifu. Bueno.
I've told you already. You can't get anything out of me.
You're security for Banjus?
What now? Heirs of Ida send a fool for interrogation?
Calm down. I'm not with Heirs of Ida. I'm here to free you, so work with me.
You're not one of them? Why should I believe you?
Theo invited me. You don't have to believe me, but I'm your—
Fine. I'm Leon, Captain of Security. What do you want me to do?
I need to know Mr. Collidor and Theo's locations. Any clues?
I know they're keeping Theo on the second floor, but not sure which room.
They set an alarm for the entryway to the second floor. Can you shut it off?
There's a switch in the monitor room next door. Luckily, they missed the backup keycard on me. Here, take this. Also, you can fool the guards, but watch out for those aberrated hounds. Those things have sharp noses. The stairway faces the infirmary. You should find anesthetics in there for those hounds. Please don't let me down. You're Mr. Collidor and Theo's last hope.
The surveillance has been disabled. You can proceed to the next floor. There are sounds coming from the last room. I should take a look. Oh no. Did the dogs catch my scent? Leon says there are tranquilizers in the room on the left side of the second floor.
Why are you here? It's not chow time yet.
The chief's dogs are hungry, and I'm here to get something to feed them.
Weren't they just fed? Fine. There's some leftover meat. It's not fresh, but still too good for them monsters. Man, all you got hollow legs. Go feed the dogs before they start.
Se me está por acabar el tiempo. Por eso odio los juegos así.
We caught the intruder, my lord. We did not find anyone else.
Good. How about Collidor's interrogation? Any news?
Collidor already told us where the Astrum is located, and asked us to free Theo.
Pass that information to those that are outside immediately, and ask them to find Astrum. As for Theo, we can't let him go until we have what we want.
Yes, sir, I will. Who goes there? Guards! Here.
Found you at last, Theo.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to rescue you. Where is Mr. Collidor being kept?
They locked him in the basement. You go in from the first floor. They wanted to find out something from him. How did you get in with so many guards outside?
I ran into a security guy named Leon downstairs. He gave me a key card.
Leon's still alive?
Stick close to me, and let's go get your father.
No. Just leave me here. If you can get my father out, he'll come up with a way to save me.
Estos guardias como tienen.
I already handed the Astrum over to the heirs of Ida. I had no choice since they held hostages.
We'll worry about that later. Let's get you out of here.
What about Theo? Have you seen him? I can't leave my son behind.
Theo is being held on the second floor, under tight watch.
Let's go. I must get him out and rally the people on the docks to take the headquarters back. No, I need to find my son. You have to go back and get help from the port.
Bueno, hasta ahora vamos bien. Tenemos a Franz acá.
I heard you're getting into trouble again, kid.
How did you get here, Franz? I asked Mr. Franz for help. Do you know each other?
Of course we do. What's the situation in there?
I found Mr. Kolador and Theo, but couldn't free them yet. And the Astrum...
Let me guess. Kolador handed the Astrium over to the heirs of Ida?
How did you know?
That's not the only thing I know. Heirs of Ida got a spy on the docks. Too bad he got away before security could get there.
Speaking of that, I saw someone whispering surreptitiously in the lower docks before. That might be the spy you mentioned.
I'll stay behind to help the guards deal with the leftover heirs of Ida. You and Mia should go for the investigation.
Bueno, gente, hasta acá por hoy. La verdad, me está intrigando la historia más de lo debido. Así que vamos a ver hasta dónde puede llegar esto. Y waifu también está cansada, igual que yo. Bueno, vamos a hacer, cuando salga otro tipo de misiones como la de Samir, vamos a publicarla. Lo único que voy a publicar del Tower of Fantasy es con respecto a la historia. La verdad me gusta. Después de eso, ya toda misión secundaria o misiones de grupo. Y si me llego a unir a un clan o todo eso, no va a hacer falta publicarlo porque no lo veo necesario. Porque no soy un creador de contenido para Tower of Fantasy. Conozco poco el juego y como pueden ver me está costando jugarlo. Pero lo vamos llevando de a poquito. Bueno, gente, eso ha sido todo por hoy. Les ha hablado Leo-Acerows y los saluda. Y nos veremos en el próximo video. ¡Nos vemos!